Hello and welcome back to The Legend of Zelda, the Ocarina of Time. So, we had just unlocked the Happy Mask shop, and I kind of opted to get the first few masks of that quest out of the way now, as opposed to later. Just because we only go out of our way really to do one of them, and even then it's there and back, so it's not the end of the world, and I figure it'll just kind of line up and time everything out a little bit nicer. So this will be our last side trek before the next dungeon, so we will continue on the next episode. I promise. I promise. So yeah, the first thing after you talk to the guard in Death, or at the end of Death Mountain Trail, is you need to come back to Castletown to go pick up the first mask, and the first mask will be the one that the guard is actually asking for. And the Happy Mask shop is located right over here. And to anybody familiar, the Happy Mask salesman, one of the creepiest characters in Zelda. So his whole explanation is that, you know, you're a happiness salesman. Once you're done, you'll be happy. So we borrow the mask at no charge. We collect the money from whoever we give the mask to, and then we give that, give whatever we owe for the mask to him. So with some of them, you'll get the right price. Some of them you'll get more, less, that kind of thing. So it all balances out at the end. Okay, enough. Yeah, sold all the masks, you will become happy yourself. Have faith. Okay. So we're gonna borrow the Keaton mask. And just like every other mask, we just like all the other items that come from the select item subscreen, just press the C button to wear it, and whoever we're going to give it to, we just have to talk to them while we're wearing it, and pretty straightforward. Okay. And as I come through here, I will just take a moment each time to collect the 40 rupees available, just to start stockpiling some of my rupees, because I will need them at some point. So we got that one. Oh. And here we go, I'm already screwing stuff up. Great start. And it's going to become nighttime, so... It's not like it's dire or anything, so if I can't collect from both chains, it's whatever. I can just move on. It's just a nice thing to do while... Oh. Sounded like one spawned in the water. So yeah, that closed up. The next time I come by, I'll get a few more. I just don't want to go too far out of my way to be grinding it, because that makes the video uninteresting, and then I've got to edit it out, so... It's always so eerie when it's nighttime and all you can hear is the crowing and little wisps of sound. Hear the windmill running in the background, so... I mean, this game does pretty good for its atmosphere, especially given the age of the game. So he's just gonna remark that, oh, that's a key something mask, so it's the Keaton mask, and we'll sell it to him, and now he will be perpetually wearing that for the rest of the game. So now we go back to the mask shop and pay the price of 10 rupees. But he gave us 15, so we got a profit of 5, so that's not bad. And the next one that we got to do, we've got to go to the other side of the map. We have to go back to the Kokiri Forest. So, if you wanted to wait until you had the Keaton mask, or the mask after the Keaton mask available, and head back to the Kokiri Forest to do what we did in the last video, you're more than welcome to do that, especially for efficiency reasons. But I didn't really see the need to group it and throw it all together, just because this will help the timing of the videos a little bit better. So yeah, that's the only reason I didn't do it that way. I do have to balance out, you know, efficiency and you know, just the overall content of the videos in general, and try to get them to time out and line up, you know, a little bit better. I'll always try to group all parts of whatever I'm doing into one video if I can. If I gotta split it up, then I will. The exception being dungeons. Dungeons will always be done in a single video. So that's how I'm gonna handle all of them, so. And we'll go up here. And just like that, we're pretty close to a full wallet already. So yeah, if you just take the couple seconds as you go, you can pile up the cash pretty quickly. You shouldn't need a whole lot of grinding for rupees, but I will show another method later in the game that's better than this one that I've been using so far. Okay, so as we see now, we pay back the 10, says payment received, and we grab the next one. So we now have the skull mask. Now, I'm not entirely sure, other than just in passing, how you're supposed to know when you originally play the game, which characters are supposed to get what. I don't think, other than just, oh, the Happy Mask shop opened and the guard was the one who mentioned it, so the first one must go to him. I don't know if beyond that there's any real formal explanation. I think you just have to be able to either read between the lines kind of thing, or yeah, whatever the case may be. Now, the caveat to that is, like, I haven't had to do a lot of the digging for information with this game for so long that I probably just forgetting it. Because this game is pretty good about making sure you're pointed in the right direction for a lot of things, so I'm imagining that's more of the case of what it is. Link has such stubby little legs. I always love the music in Kokiri Forest. When I get the urge to play this game, or I'm getting ready to do my yearly playthrough, this is the first thing I think of. It just brings me back to when I was like 7, 8, and I first got the game. Okay, so the skull mask we want to give to... Oh, get up there. The Skull Kid. If you notice, as soon as I hopped up there, he stopped doing his little dance. He immediately got entranced in us. So yeah, he wants the skull mask so that he can look a little bit tougher. I'm guessing he might get picked on a little bit, so... Yeah, so he paid 10, it's worth 20, so yeah, we'll pay the extra 10. That's not the end of the world. But I did want to show off, if you go back there later in the game, but this is just the fastest way to demonstrate. Once you've dropped off the skull mask, all of the skull kids will be wearing the skull mask, so yeah, they'll be like that for the rest of the game. Go out this exit because it's the closest one. Alrighty, and I know I said I'd try and cut out traveling, or try not to cut out traveling too much, but for the sake of watchability, I will just cut to when I get to Castletown, and I'll see you guys there. Okay, so we are now back at the market, and about to go collect our next mask. So with the next mask, I am gonna go drop it off, but we're not gonna come back to the mask shop just because there's no need to come back. We will swing back this way again soon enough that there's no point in rushing that part, so. We'll head back out, and the nice thing is this mask is actually in the same direction that we're looking to go anyway, so. Oh. Alright. Let's hack and slash some stuff along the way, because why not? But that's it. Oh, there we go. Yeah, these guys aren't dropping a whole lot anyway, so let's not bother. Let's just keep going. So, we do need to come back in here when it is daytime because the character that we're dropping the mask off with is only in the graveyard during the day. And if you remember back to the last time I was in the graveyard, that's only one character there, and that's the little kid. Now, I can't remember if I pointed it out. There is a game that you can play in the graveyard when the gravekeeper is out and about at night. His name's Dampy. And what it is there's several soft patches of soil in the graveyard, and he slowly walks around it, and you stop him from walking. When he's over one of these soft patches, you pay him 10 coins, and he may spit out nothing. It may be rupees anywhere from 1 to, I believe it's 20, or you get a heart piece. So it is completely RNG based, and it's a little bit of a pain, so I just generally don't bother with it. So well, I do bother with it, but I don't worry about it until I've got a larger wallet, which, spoiler alert, we get a bigger wallet, and then I can just go through, either cut it out or speed it up, because it can go from the first patch that you try, you'll get it, to you could do a couple laps around the graveyard before you get it. So if you only have, you know, a small wallet, it can be really easy to run out of rupees and then have to go collect more and try again. So I don't want to do that. Now, the next thing we're going to do is actually continue along our way to Death Mountain Trail. Alrighty, so here we have a new enemy, a red tech type. There's two colors of these, but they do basically the same thing. They just hop around and that's how they attack you. You have really bad timing. It's not hard for them to hurt you, so yeah, just be mindful of that when you're taking these things on. And if you can just keep doing an overhead slash, that's generally your best bet with them. There we go. Now, if you look up top, as I'm sure any of you sharp-eyed people noticed, There is a heart piece above this boulder. That is the other one that I had talked about at the last video or the video before, where you can collect it early from an unintended method. I am not going to, because like the other one, collecting those 2 heart pieces doesn't really change a whole lot. So yeah, it's not like I will be short a heart if I don't or something like that. So I'll just collect it next time I'm by, and I can do it the intended way. So, in the middle of Death Mountain Trail, we have Goron City, the home of the Gorons. Now, there's a few things that we're going to be able to do, but the important thing is progressing the story. To do that, we're going to come all the way down here. And I believe if you talk to this guy, he says something about the royal family. So, to prove our connection with the royal family, we play Zelda's Lullaby. And then here we have the big boss of the Gorons, Darunia. Now, you're supposed to play a song for him. If you play the wrong one, it'll go a short cutscene. It'll say, oh, that's not the right song, blah, blah, blah. But he's looking for something fun, because he's depressed and stressed. This song just makes him want to dance. So, yeah, like, again, like I'd pointed out, if you wanted to lump the Skull Kid mask and everything in all at once, go get the song, the heart piece, the Skulltula, all of that, all in one go, while completing the Happy Mask section for the Skull Kid. You could do that all at once. You will have to go back there and get this song before you can continue on anyway, but oh well. Just like that, his depression is all gone. So, I'm just gonna kind of skip past this. Basically, the long and the short is, somebody has come by, they wanted the Spiritual Stone of Fire, and basically empty threats, you know, give it to me or else. And what's gonna happen is we're going to be tasked with a test of courage and go destroy the monsters inside of Dodongo's cavern. And then, once that's done and you've done that favor, they'll give us the Spiritual Stone. Now, the other thing that happens is we get an equipment upgrade. And this was the one I was confusing in the last video. It is the Goron's Bracelet. So now we can stand next to bomb flowers and we can pick them up. If we had tried to do it before that, which I probably could have demonstrated, basically Link will try to pick it up and then he just has he makes this weird grunting sound and doesn't pick it up, so. And the other thing we want to do on our way out is this torch. I'm going to use a Deku stick. Oh, there we go. And we had passed by some torches on the way in. So, basic torch puzzle, just like we did inside the Deku tree. There's a set number of torches, you're trying to light them all at the same time. And now the big base in the middle of the city has started spinning. And this is somewhere where you can pick up Deku sticks to complete the puzzle, so they're kind of nice about that. And you know what, we'll pick one up and we'll give this a try. See if I can get it in. Oh. Oh, too short. Okay, let's see if I can give it one more try. I'm not going to try too hard to do this because I'll be able to do this much easier when I come back later. Yeah, no. So essentially what it is, you're just trying to play basketball with it. Get the bomb in there, it'll start spinning really, really quickly. And depending on which of the three faces is exposed, it will give out prizes anywhere from a smaller amount of rupees to a larger amount to a heart piece, which is obviously the prize that we would be going for there. Oh. Let's try that again. Oh, I may have grabbed this a little too quick. Oh no! Throw it! Oh, I got it! Haha! Saved it. And I believe it's just one more. Aha! So this is Goron. He can give you a tool that you can use. It's an okay tool, doesn't last very long, but I'll explain that later in the game. And oh yeah, I'm on the top level now, so I have to go back down because I forgot about this down here. So this is a really good thing to do. If you remember that stone entranceway in the Lost Woods, this is what connects it to Goron City. It's a shortcut, and it's really nice to have. So yeah, if you come through here, in the Lost Woods. So now if we need to fast travel, try to, get a bit of a shortcut a little later on, we have access to that. So that's kind of nice. So the vase, shortcut, Goron, you don't have to unbury him by any stretch. I just do because I'm there anyway and I wanted to show it off. And then that we'll get access to later. And those are just kind of the things you want to do on your way out, just so that they're already done for when you come back. And we are now going to gain access to the Dodongo's Cavern. So we'll pick this up, step back a little bit, throw the bomb over the ledge, and that will open up the cave entrance. Now, to get that heart piece, what you'll need to do is kind of straighten yourself out. Do this, jump. Oh, make sure you jump backwards, and if you hold all the way to the right, it's a little bit tricky, but what happens is you land on that edge and you can just go collect the heart piece. Now again, I will actually go collect it when I'm supposed to, because it's a little bit of a pain to do that and I don't want to try too many times. So when we come back in the next video, we will be going into the Dodongo's Cavern and completing that so we can get the spiritual stone from the Gorons. So if you liked the video, please drop a like. If you really liked it, please subscribe and you can get the updates on each video as they release. And until the next one, thank you and all the best.